Even with small doses of power, our behavior changes. Ian Robertson. We all like success. Overcoming the everyday challenges makes us feel good and also stimulates us to face and overcome new challenges. This is what is known as winner effect or winning effect. And in this video, we will talk about how the winning effect drives innovation and makes us more competitive. And we will learn how not to let success dominate us and show its most damaging face. Why do some people think they will always win? They are convinced that they are winners, and others instead are insecure and don't look at themselves as winners. As in most cases, there is no single answer. However, the experiences of early success and the confidence it generates is a key factor. The key to success is that success attracts success. It is about a positive feedback. So if you start winning, you'll be more prepared to succeed, given the effects that winning causes on the mind and brain. Wanting to win drives us for many reasons. One is that it makes us feel good. It's like taking a drug. We feel good and we repeat what makes us feel good. Second, winning once will make us feel we will probably win again in the future, so we anticipate the rewards. Either it's hunting a mammoth, playing the dice, flirting in a disco, or reaching the moon, the desire to compete and win has been the engine that has allowed us to be who we are. This impulse makes us walk through a double-edged blade. On one hand, we collaborate with others, achieve common goals and improve the environment, and on the other, we are selfish and seek our personal benefit. Between both extremes, we try to maintain a difficult balance. However, the constant struggle between our angel and particular demons have their origin in a simple psychological question. Every time we win, our biochemistry changes. We secrete a hormone, testosterone, which causes dopamine levels to increase, a neurotransmitter that activates the neural circuits with which we develop new plans, goals, and strategies. Winning prepares us to win again. Also, dopamine activates our reward circuit, the center from which we feel pleasure, and that motivates us to repeat. If we have won once, we will want to win more. Testosterone receptors will increase in number, and the next time the experience will be more rewarding. So success is like a drug. It eliminates fears, anxiety, and depression, improves our cognitive abilities, and makes us more creative. After all, it shares brain circuits with sex. But be careful, they are also the same circuits that cocaine uses. And this is where the other side of the coin appears. When the brain has been winning for a long time, we run the risk of becoming intoxicated. An excess of testosterone and dopamine may obsess us with success. When that happens, the planification and search for pleasure becomes chronic. The initial goals no longer matter so much. It could increase our egocentrism and reduce empathy. We could stop being connected with the people around us and even forget that once we were. Cocaine is an addictive drug because it manages to take control of the reward circuit. The increase of dopamine is associated with feeling good, to feel rewarded in different ways. Drugs can take over that system. Having power, being responsible for a large organization, or being the president of a country activates the same system. It increases sexual desire and also makes you more intelligent. We need leaders who gain intelligence by having power, because being a leader can be very stressful. Dopamine reduces cortisol, the hormone that causes stress, so that people are better able to act at the highest level. Therefore, biologically, in evolutionary terms, the effects of power on the brain are necessary, so that we have leaders capable of facing stress and being optimistic to have vision of the future and lead people in times of crisis. The effects of power on the brain of leaders is one of the variables that has been less considered so far. But thanks to science, in the near future, these neurological and psychological effects will be part of our speech and will help us choose better who our leaders, bosses, and teachers should be. There is also the difference between someone predisposed to use power and people who have less power and less desire to use it. In our own personal circles, we can see that for some, power means nothing, while others love to talk about power and have it. The need to be powerful is one of the basic unconscious motivations. Three of the main motivations are the desire for power, success, and belonging. For some, their subconscious doesn't ask for success or power, but the feeling of belonging fills them with special pleasure and satisfaction. In part, it may be biological. people with more testosterone might be more likely to want power, but there are also psychological reasons, since having power, for some, means a way to control. Some people who fear not being able to control themselves may be very likely to try to gain power to control others, while for others having power motivates them because that's the way they'll be able to help and serve others. These people allow others to free themselves from a certain amount of stress and anxiety, and collaborate as a team to achieve common goals, what we call the common good. There is also another very important factor to consider: age. Since there are inevitable biological changes that happen with age, the hunger for success that young people have, the sacrifices they are willing to make in order to succeed, in part is due to the fact that they see the horizon far, far away, so they are willing to make sacrifices to obtain benefits in the future. When you reach an older age, the time left is much shorter, and therefore in psychological terms it's natural to begin analyzing the costs and benefits of the sacrifices you are willing to make to achieve success in a very different way. There are reasons that leads us to believe that success is something of the youth, but this is not the case. It simply works differently. If you look at older people with a lot of power, people in their 70s or 80s, they give the impression of still having a lot of strength, much aggressiveness and motivation that will blush more than one young person. This could explain a part of the story. The other has to do with having power. If dopamine and testosterone levels remain high, being the head of a large organization or leading many people can be a very powerful anti-aging. Although success is also something very relative, and its definition varies in each person. For some, it will be the recognition of others and feel good about oneself, form a family, be someone important, material goals, find a fixed job, or be accepted in the career they want to study. Regardless of how each person defines what they consider to be success in their lives, we have seen that achieving our goals has a chemical and neurological effect. Gives us confidence to try again. It is called the winning effect, and in its most positive side can make us more focused, more intelligent, and more confident. When you win, you generate dopamine, you feel good, and therefore you are more prepared to achieve new goals. As a chain, success leads us to be more successful. The psychologist Carol Dweck says that we face failure depending on what we believe implicitly about talent. There are two basic approaches: the fixed approach of those who believe that talent and skills are innate, born or not born with talent, and the incremental approach of those who believe it develops thanks to the challenges and the constant effort to improve. People who have a fixed focus face challenges as an opportunity to show their innate talent, so failure means to them they don't have enough talent, which can be very hard to live. On the other hand, people with an incremental approach see it differently. Their failures aren't a humiliation, but proof that they have tried to break their current limits and they still have something to learn. For them, failure becomes a way to develop strategies to improve and be better at trying to achieve their goals. The incremental approach is more constructive. Each of us has a comfort zone where we do everything reasonably well, and there we don't fail, but always taking refuge in the known and safe can limit us. By making a conscious and deliberate effort to take risks and experiment with new things, you will segregate hormones that will make you more creative, stronger, and faster. An incremental approach to our talents and skills generates greater well-being in every way. We take more risks, we overcome failures, and try again, focusing our energy on concrete strategies and challenges to become the best version of yourself.